ladies and gentlemen, what's up? What's good? I'm your host, Brady Thomas, and welcome to Sports Ball, where we're going to be talking about fantasy football here in the parable of Henry Ruggs. First off, I do want to apologize. I know I was making matchup previews earlier in the season, kind of stopped making them for a little while. I got busy with school a little bit, also with the holidays, but I know that's not a great excuse. I mean, we're all busy, but nevertheless, we are back. We're back and we're better than ever. Okay, got a new microphone here. Got a new little webcam here, a new little setup. To try and make this whole thing a little bit better, if you will, so that we can dive into these matchups in a more sophisticated way. So with that being said, this is exciting, but we've got more things to be excited about, and that's the fantasy football playoffs. Week 1 was this past week. We're going to be looking at scores. We're going to be looking at the matchups, seeing how things played out, talk about it a little bit, talk about the playoffs, talk a little bit about the toilet bowl too. So here we go, diving into it. Week 1, we've got Shuck It We Ball versus Deez Nuts in Yo Mouth. I mean, Shuck It We Ball, 8-6, but if you look at how they've played all season, I mean, they've had games where they can go off and drop, 100, 150 points. They've had games where they could score half that. They've had games where they could score 75. But you just always knew that, like, with this team, just looking at like how their lineup looks, I mean, you could just tell that they were a good team and they were going to make a decent run in the playoffs if the stars aligned, But 8-6, so not great seeding, going up against the 4th seed Deez Nuts in Yo Mouth at 9-5. Deez Nuts in Yo Mouth, they started the season off so hot. I mean, with like one loss for like the longest time. They had a rough patch where they lost like 3 straight games, but nevertheless, they recovered, finished the season 9-5. But they came into this game against Shuck It We Ball, and they just didn't have it in them. I mean, Shuck It We Ball, they just showed that they wanted this game more. I mean, these were two highly touted teams towing the line against each other, and Shuck It We Ball, I mean, they just showed that they wanted it more. No other way to put it. I mean, both of these lineups, I mean, you look at the players on these teams, and I mean, they're solid players. It's just, I mean, that things have come together better recently for Shuck It We Ball than Deez Nuts in Yo Mouth. I mean, Shuck It We Ball didn't start the season off great, but they've kind of got things going here now more towards the end of the season, and they showed that in this matchup. So kudos to them. Things came together at the right time for them. Unfortunately for Deez Nuts in Yo Mouth, things did not come together at the right time for them. They weren't the only team to kind of fall apart here at the end of the season. Several other teams did that as well. We're going to talk about that for sure. Next matchup, we've got Rugs and Alcohol taking on Eventing. Speaking of teams that kind of fell apart at the end of the season, Rugs and Alcohol, I mean, this team, I mean, they were also seen as like great contenders to make a run in these playoffs. And then they had just moments near the end of the season, kind of middle of the season, where they just showed weakness. I mean, they barely beat Tomato Town. They beat Tomato Town by one passing yard. Okay, by one passing yard, and this is a team that you figured was going to make a run in the playoffs early on in the season. Just kind of fell off here at the end, finishing 8-6. It didn't help that they had guys like Mahomes go down in that game and only score 13 points. He got injured in the middle of the game. But honestly, even if they did play good, there's just no way they were winning. I mean, Evan team, they've just been so good recently. I mean, Jamar Chase is finally playing like Jamar Chase. Trey McBride, I mean, playing great football. There's 6 guys on Evan team who scored more than 20 plus points. Evan team scoring 170. This team's been hot recently. They're definitely making a push for the title this year. I mean, if you're going up against a team and that team scores 170, I mean, you might as well just hang it up. Just pack it up. I mean, no way Rugs and Alcohol was winning this game, even if they played good. They didn't play good, but even if they did, wouldn't have mattered, I don't think. Just no way they were beating this team. Evan team was on another level this game. And, I mean, if you're Rugs and Alcohol, you at least, at least you can rest knowing that there's not much you could have done. Even if you did play good, there just wasn't much doing this game for them. So, kind of a disappointing end of the season for Rugs and Alcohol. They've still got the winner's consolation ladder, but, if you're head coach Noah Bonza, you were certainly hoping for more out of this team. Let's go to the next matchup. We've got Madison Beer's Daddy and the Dihvengers. The Dihvengers finishing second in the league, only behind Pigg Six. In the standings, Madison Beer's Daddy finishing 7th. Madison Beer's Daddy near the beginning of the season was just like an elite team. If you looked at your schedule and you were facing Madison Beer's Daddy, then that was kind of demoralizing because you knew you were probably going to lose. A backfield of Bucky Irving and Jahmyr Gibbs, and then wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle. You were just going to lose more than likely. Just unless you're like one of like the top teams in the league, you're losing. But then in the middle of the season, they lost to Tomato Town, and they just haven't been the same team since. They won some critical games at the end of the season that got them into the playoffs, and that was important. But scoring-wise, their offense just hasn't looked the same. They just haven't been the same team since near the beginning of the season for them. And the Dihvengers, they've just been steady all year long. Even in the middle of the season when they lost Tyreek Hill, they've kept it up. They've found ways. They made that trade in the middle of the season where they got Bo Nix and Justin Jefferson. They also made a trade to get Rico Dowdle from Rugs and Alcohol. That was an important trade for them too. They've just made the right moves. They've made good trades, good acquisitions. Look, their running back, Chris Rodriguez, he didn't even score this week. It didn't matter. They scored 134 points. This team, they've just been good all year long, and they showed it again that they're still a good team here in the playoffs. Just a true model of consistency from this team. So hats off to them. Cameron Estes got to be in the running for general manager of the year, for sure. Making all these trades, keeping his team in playoff contention, just great job from him and this team. So kudos to that team. They're moving on in the playoffs. And now we got this matchup. The 8 seed Connor Stutes and NoMo Juice taking on Pigg Six. These two coaches, very familiar with each other, both ran for AUM cross country. These guys, they know each other better than anybody. Connor Stutes, he wanted this matchup. He told me going into this game that he wanted to score less points than the guy who was seeded 7th because he wanted to get matched up against Pigg Six. And I don't really read into that too much. I don't think that was like an actual strategy, like he wanted to because he thought he could win. I just think he wanted a piece of Patrick Pigg, And I tell you what, it looks, just from the looks of this game and looks of the scoreboard, it looks like Patrick Pigg did not want a piece of Connor Stutes. I don't think he wanted a part of this game at all. This just wasn't a good game for them at all. critical playoff game, you're the 1 seed and you don't break 90 points. I mean, that's embarrassing. Okay, that's humiliating. I mean, this was sad. This was really sad. I mean, this team looked defeated, and Connor Stutes and NoMo Juice, they came out there and they dominated from the gun. 117 points, not great, but I mean, they didn't need to play great. And that's what the playoffs is about. It's just about survive and advance. And they survived, they advanced, they're moving on. They're moving on. In Pigg Six, I mean, it's over. It's over for Pigg Six. 11-3 season, all gone. All gone. I mean, crazy. Just, and it's the fact that all season long, people were talking about this team, Pigg Six, potentially being frauds, potentially making the playoffs, disappearing, and here we are, and guess what? It happened. Pigg Six had a chance to prove their haters wrong, and he said all season long that he was going to do it, but come playoff time, he proved them all right, and he goes out in the first round. I mean, just going out sad if you're Pigg Six. And I mean, there's nothing they can do about it now. They just gotta take this loss, and they gotta come back better next year. I mean, that's all there is to it. So that's all of the playoffs. We're gonna spend a little bit of time. We'll spend a little bit of time looking at the toilet bowl, just because. Okay, context for those that don't know: the bye week was a player that was in our league that left the fantasy group chat, just went totally inactive. And so we just kicked him from the league and made him a designated bye week. But we want to find out who truly is the worst team in the league. So we made the bye week an actual team just for the playoffs. During the regular season, they weren't anybody. They didn't have anyone on their team, as they're 0-14. You can see right there. But for the playoffs, we did give them a team. And they took on Tomato Town, which is the actual worst team in the league. I mean, 3-11. I mean, this team just has not been good. I mean, Brady Thomas is just, which is me, but not a great showing from them. I mean, they've tried to get it together, they just haven't. But they beat the bye week. They didn't just completely embarrass themselves, and they scored 139 points. They scored 139 points, and they're in the losers bracket. So you see a performance like this, and you just have to wonder, well, I mean, where was this the entire season? Why did we just, do nothing the whole season, get to the losers bracket, and then drop 140 points? That's a little, it's from my perspective, selfishly, it's frustrating. Like, where was this the whole year? We could have been doing this, and we could be in the playoffs right now. But we're the bottom seed, fighting to not lose, fighting to not go to Waffle House for 24 hours. So, good win there. Then we got the Benson Boars versus App is Stupid. These two teams were fighting for a playoff spot. Neither team ended up getting in. But, here they are in the loser bracket, just fighting to not lose. And I mean, the Benson Boars, they started the season off terrible, and I dogged on the Boars and head coach Benson Atkins for having a terrible team, what I thought was a terrible team. But near the end of the season, they got hot. I mean, they went from like being 1-3 to suddenly being like 5-3. I mean, they won like 5 games in a row at some point, I'm pretty sure. I think they went from 2-5 to 7-5, if I'm not mistaken. They won like 5 games in a row. So I mean, a great end of the season for them, but it was just too little, too late. And that's, you hate to see that, because I think they could have maybe done the same thing to Pigg Six that NoMo Juice did. So, but yeah, I mean, good showing from them against App is Stupid. App is Stupid didn't play bad. Benson Boars just They just played great. Trevor Lawrence dropping 44 points. I mean, great showing from them. So hats off to Benson Boars. App is stupid. Gonna have to look to bounce back next week against Tomato Town. Definitely don't want to lose the Toilet Bowl. And here's this game. And you can tell from the scores this game was anything. How do I want to put this? I mean, I don't want to say one of the best games of all time because that's giving them too much credit. I mean, it was definitely one of the games of all time. I mean, the winner scoring 83 points, that's ridiculous. We got two teams that played two wide receivers that didn't even play in their games. One guy with a concussion, one guy with a fibula injury. I mean, and the highest score on both teams was the kicker, Jason Myers. Jason Myers for now here's a guy dropping 24 points. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say about this game. I honestly don't even want to look at this game. This game makes me want to throw up. Okay. This is disgusting. I mean, how can we not break 90? Like, we're at the end of the season, we're fighting to not go to Waffle House for 24 hours, and we can't break 90. Okay? I mean, this is just crazy to me. I don't know, like, if these coaches are just, like, if they just gave up. I mean, they literally played wide receivers that are not in their respective games. Like, did they just not care? Do they not care? Do they not know what's at stake? Like, hello? Anyways, get this off my screen, okay? All right, now we're going to look at the playoffs, how they're looking going forward. Round 2, NoMo Juice versus Shuck It We Ball. Two teams at 8 and 6, moving on. Two lower seeds moving on, actually. The 5 seed and the 8 seed, beating the 1 and the 4 seed. That's pretty cool. And then on the bottom side, we've got Evan Team versus the Dihvengers, both moving on there. Then we've got our winners. Excuse me. We got our winners consolation bracket down here. And then the Toilet Bowl continues. Excuse me. Let me talk about these teams. We got Pigg Six and These Nuts in Your Mouth. And then Rugs and Alcohol versus Madison Beer's Daddy. And then we've got the rest of the Toilet Bowl. Tomato Town, App is Stupid, Benson Boars versus Now Here's a Guy, and then CooperSwag trying to beat the bye week. We'll see if he actually cares enough to beat the bye week. Who knows? Anyways, that's how things are looking going forward in the league. So, yeah, that's going to be all. That's going to be all for this episode. Just talking about the scores and everything that happened this week. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if anything stood out to you, if I missed anything, if I should have talked about something I didn't talk about. Just let me know in the comments, and let me know what you thought about the setup. I mean, new setup. I mean, I'm open to constructive criticism. Of course, I want to make the show better. So let me know what you think about everything. Give me your thoughts. And I will see you guys in week 2 of the fantasy football playoffs. Peace.